Mike, do you like to party?
I do like to party.
I also like to party.
I like to party.
This is a great party.
We should party more often.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm Tim.
And I'm Bob.
I'm Mike.
And this is the Board Game Rundown, and today we're going to try something new. We're borrowing an idea from our brother, sister channel, cousin channel of the Miniatures Rundown, where
Nephew
they
channel?
do, yeah, maybe.
Your sister's cousin's brother's former roommate.
Yes, that's the one. They do tier list rankings for different things over there, and what a great idea to steal. I mean, be inspired by and reappropriate over here.
Yes.
So Mike did us a huge favor, did a lot of legwork, and he compiled a large list of party games. Not all of them are deemed party games by BGG, but we
At BGR.
at BGR, your true authority.
On board games.
It's on board games.
We're going to gatekeep that. No.
Yeah, we are. We've decided that there's definitely some games that should be included on this list. Mike, I'm going to throw to you to walk us through the tiers.
Yeah. So first of all, I do think we should talk about what classifies as a party game. According to BGG, party games are games that encourage social interaction. They generally have easy setups and simple rules, and they can accommodate large groups of people and play in a short amount of time. Lots of laughs is the last sentence. I would agree with all of that. But what's ironic is that there are some party games on the list that only accommodate 4. So you may ask yourself,
Right, like
if you
Galactic
have a
Cruise.
big
No, it's
party, what are you going to do with a game that only supports 4? Maybe those don't go very high on the tier list. So the tiers are here. So of course, S tier is the elite tier. These are the best of the best as far as party games go. And then we included A, B, C, D, and a T tier, which
For Tim.
means
Yes.
It's-
It's a synonym.
trash. These
I
are
spoke too soon.
trash games. Now, for this to be a complete tier list, we're going to have games in all segments here. We're not just going to talk about the absolute best party games that are out there.
Yeah.
There's lots of party games, very popular party games out there that are trash.
Like me.
Yes.
So they got to make the list.
Right on.
Somewhere.
We have got a massive list down here of about, I'm not going to show them all, but there's 90 games. Yes, I know I could be using Tier Maker. Canva was simpler for me to operate on camera.
Listen.
But we're going to make this work, and these games are going to start populating in these tiers, and we're going to debate why they are there.
Now we did agree on a couple of games that we will use as sort of the benchmark for these tiers. So we'll kind of run through those first.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's not going to be a lot of debate on why these games are in the tier, but we can provide a little bit of context
Yeah.
as to what makes that game. And then we'll be able to then use that as sort of an anchor point, because those are the only ones that we have pre-discussed, even just for 5 minutes. And everything else is just kind of
Up for
going to be a
debate.
free-for-all,
Yeah.
up for debate. So, Mike, why don't you just do us the honor and hit us with the S tier absolute best party game?
Yep, absolutely. So, again, we're going to populate each tier here with one game, and then we're just going to start adding them at random from there. So, first and foremost, we got to get Flip 7 from the op in our S tier. This game is so fun. We played it again last night. We went to a con in Indy last night, a very small invite-only con, maybe 100 people. And I'm sitting there just kind of looking at my phone, not even sure if I want to play a game. There's a group behind me, and the guy says, "Hey, you want to play a game?" "No, I'm good. I'm totally okay just chilling." I look back. He's setting up Flip 7. I sat down at the table.
And by setting up, you mean shoveling some cards.
Shuffling the cards. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, that is really that's the thing with Flip 7 is I will play that game anytime. It's so much fun. We're the rowdy table.
They
When we
are.
play, people get into it.
Can confirm.
Yeah, I was playing it on Friday night with a group of people. Well, I only knew one of the people. But I was playing with 3 strangers, and we were just having a blast. just a blast. It is just what everything I want in a party game.
Was very happy to see that it won the party game of 2024 for the Golden Geek. It is deserving.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And the fact they were giving that away at Gen Con last year if you bought Gnome Hollow.
Yeah.
And now it's readily, it sold out of its print run. They had to reprint it.
Yeah.
Now you can find it in big box stores. It's super cheap. It's super fun.
Yeah.
It's super easy to explain. There's just nobody I've played this with that isn't like, how do I get this?
It is, yes. Just buy it. Just buy it. The rules are very easy. Just buy it. All right, what's our A?
All right, so down to our
Oh, I remember
A. We're going with Deception Murder in Hong Kong. This
didn't
isn't
discuss
my
that.
favorite social deduction game, but it is the easiest to teach to new players. And this is a social deduction game that social deduction non-enjoyers seem to enjoy because you don't actually have to lie.
We're looking at you, Bob Hooper.
I mean, it's true. I do enjoy this game, but I was not part of the A-list descriptor in this. Like, I'd almost B-list this one, but that's
You
okay because it
think
does
a
have
B.
social. Well, because social deduction games don't rank very highly for me, so I would kind of maybe push it.
But
down
it
a tier.
accommodates high player
It
count.
does accommodate. high
Now,
Don't
here's
have
where
to.
the debate begins. I could argue this being a B, like it's not one of my favorites at all. It's much better at higher player counts.
Yeah.
It's not very good at just 3 or 4,
Yeah.
which is true of a lot of social deduction
Yep.
games.
Right.
But here's where the debate begins. Does 2 out of 3 of us saying it needs to be in the B tier move it to the B?
Well, I guess how strongly do you feel against it being an A? Like, do you feel like we need to have a
'cause
bigger discussion about it?
I kind of do because when you guys came with these that say that was gonna be A, I was not involved in that conversation.
You were sitting right there.
I was, but I wasn't paying attention.
That's on you. That moves you down to a D tier.
yeah, well, yeah, it makes sense. I've been a B student my whole life, so why change
you're
now?
the B tier for Bob. Okay, well, hold on. Wait, no, go
Some
on,
people,
then.
some people don't enjoy the social deduction aspects of that, or having to lie to people. They just want to sit down and have like the fun and having to kind of like be accusatory and point fingers. Like people might not be into that, or the whole now you have to have like a scientist person or the forensic person who has to make sure you're like assigning these clues and doing that, and that could slow it down.
what would you say is an A tier
What if we move it to the bottom
of the A tier to A minus?
to discuss?
Or the top of the B tier?
We
and then
can asterisk this.
Well, I'll
A
asterisk
tier.
that for now.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll fill in.
We'll
okay.
table it for
Man,
now.
All
so
right,
much
to
for
be-
pre-selected.
Yeah, pre-selected.
Did you, spot,
Continued.
did you
Where
pay
was I?
attention to any of the other ones?
No.
Well,
Yes.
then
All
shut
right.
up.
Yes.
All
I
right,
did.
then I will
I
just
did.
throw up this one for the A tier. Then it's Blank Slate.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Blank
Can
Slate is
confirm.
great. Why is it great, guys?
It supports a high player count. It's
Yep.
super easy to teach.
Yep.
I could say it's not S tier because not everybody's into like the word game type of thing.
Sure.
But that's a much smaller group of people, I think, than the people who aren't into social deduction types of games.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, Blank Slate's so good that when I thought I lost my copy, I went and bought another one,
Yeah, and then I found your copy.
and now I have 2 copies.
And I'll soon be getting a copy of Blank Slate.
Yeah.
No, it's great. Word
Yeah.
association and just trying to guess who is going to pick the same word as you,
Yep.
with the blank being on the front or back of an existing word. It's very fun.
And it does one of those like simultaneous, everybody's engaged all at the same time.
Yep.
Like there's no downtime.
No, yeah, you're not sitting there waiting.
Yeah, I mean, you might wait like 30
couple
seconds
seconds while someone's thinking
trying
of a
to
word.
Figure out the last word.
Yeah, but it's like just do your impulse. Like if somebody says blank this, blank house, just write down the first word.
Right.
It
Push
is
on.
really impulse because
Yeah.
impulse is how people are going to guess in that game.
Yes.
Yeah.
They should be.
They
Anyways.
should be.
All right, so here's one we thought we agreed on.
Maybe.
So let's
Bob.
get code names into the B tier.
Sure.
Yeah.
The modern party word game, modern classic party word game. It's a good game, but as far as like a party game, yes, it supports a lot of players, but there's downtime. You never want to settle for giving a clue with a 1 on it.
Right,
You always want to get 2s or 3s, and trying to connect 25
Takes
words together
time.
takes time. Sometimes there's a minute or 2 of downtime, and I get it because I do it. I mean, it's
Right.
difficult
So-
to come up with clues sometimes.
So I agree, and to fix that problem, I enjoyed this a lot more. I did have the opportunity to play this in a way where we had a timer.
Yeah.
So the clue givers had like a minute and a half,
30
2
seconds or a
minutes
minute, yeah.
to come up with their clues,
Mm-hmm.
and then the guessers had under a minute to guess
Yeah.
and agree. That kept it moving
Sure.
and stopped everything from coming
Grinding
like,
to
an
a halt.
absolute halt.
Sure.
But that's not like an official rule, which
Right.
and not everybody, right? So there are a couple of things that would prevent that. Like, oh, if that was the rule, it would move it up to 8. Not everybody likes that pressure. You
Right.
know,
Sure.
And
that's fair.
And can operate at that speed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really like, I guess it's sort of an official rule in like the game show version of it. But I would implement that in the house, you know,
Yeah.
just playing it at home.
I definitely think the After Dark version is like the better version of
That was
it.
my next question.
Yeah.
Or is it undercover?
Undercover.
Yeah, there you go.
Undercover.
After Dark is telestrations. We'll
correct.
get to that.
We'll get to
Oh,
that.
yeah, I get to that.
But yeah, Undercover is fun. Have you guys played any of the other nuanced versions, like the pictures version?
Disney and
Dual, Disney.
I have the Harry Potter one, I think it is. I haven't played it yet, but that's supposed to be cooperative. But I have not played the Marvel
Okay.
one. So
Oh, yeah.
I haven't, other than Undercover.
It's
so.
fine. I just rather play. I haven't played Undercover. I enjoy regular code names.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, our C tier. Did we agree on one for this?
I thought we did. What did we say it was? You said no thanks, and Bob and I
yes.
haven't played it.
Okay.
Or
No
Bob-
thanks is okay. I mean, so basically, you're trying to get the lowest score. A card comes up, you have bidding chips. You put a bidding chip on it if you're trying to pass. No thanks, I don't want that card. Well, as soon as you run out of bidding chips, you can't pass, you have to take the card. Or you can just pass and take the card and you get all the bidding chips that are on it. I believe this supports 5 or 6. It's okay. Like, I mean, it was one of the first, like, sort of quick card
Bidding
games I put in
games.
my collection, but I just think there's a lot of other games that are better than this one. So it's fine.
Sure.
And it's fine seems to be
So, a
okay
C
for C
passes.
tier.
so if somebody
yeah.
asks Mike to play no thanks, what's your response?
No thanks.
I'll play.
Got it.
All right, now we need a D tier game, and we decided to go with where did it go?
It's right above your arrow. Right? That's the one we decided.
Exploding Kittens. Like, I'm never gonna ask to play this. Like, if that's the game that people want to play, all right, sure. But
It's done fast.
I avoid it.
It's done fast. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's done fast. It's got some funny art and everything, which I
Sure.
enjoy.
It's the saving grace.
but but you know, it's not trash.
Right.
And that's why
It's
it's,
not
D.
It's not T tier.
It's not. That's why it's D.
Yeah.
It's about
it's not a
as-
Tim game.
It's about as low as you can be without being what we would call a trash.
Run the other way.
Yeah.
I think there was a different one, and before I forget, since I can't find it in the other list, but it was another popular one, and it's apples.
Oh,
to
that
apples.
was one. Yes.
I didn't see it in there.
Yes,
But
there it is.
this is basically clean Cards Against Humanity, and judging games usually just aren't that good.
Yeah, and apples to apples. Okay, so and thank you for remembering that. Because here's the thing: is apples to apples, unlike Cards Against Humanity, which will probably get talked about pretty soon, is not like a race to the bottom, right? Like with a race to just how obscene can I be? And trust me,
Yeah.
I have a terrible like dark sense of humor.
Yes.
Same.
I love it. I love laughing at that stuff, but it gets old really fast as a game.
Right.
So apples to apples, it's just not that race to the bottom. You're legitimately trying to make these connections and not just do gross out stuff.
Right.
So I believe that, and you know what, like honestly, if apples to apples got you into board games, God bless it.
Cool.
Like bring it on, you know,
Right.
like
That's
go for
fine.
it.
And it's one of the earlier games I play with my nieces and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
100%.
Yep. All right, so let's establish our T/trash tier. And it is right here because, again, judging games are not really that interesting.
When that's
Well,
the
they're
pure-
subjective, like this tier list.
Right. Well, and that's just a pure judging game. There's not even anything. You can't try to vie for your answer. You know,
Yeah.
you can't try to sway the judge. It's literally just I'm going to put a card down and try to be as offensive or
Hopefully they like
trying
it.
to curtail to the judge as much as possible, and then hopefully they like it without knowing what it is.
Yep.
Like if I could say why I picked this and maybe give some story or something behind it,
Right.
that would make it more enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just I know that he thinks that this will be super offensive, so I'm going to put that down and he's going to pick that 'cause
Yeah.
he's going to laugh at it. And it's
Yeah.
just, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
The
I
race
will
to the
laugh.
bottom, like you said.
Yeah, I will laugh while playing this, but I don't want to play this for more than 15 minutes.
No, I know.
Right, because a lot of
Yeah.
times people sit down and you're playing and you're like, okay, it's been 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
have every
let's-
expansion. Let's play for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
like
bigger,
a-
blacker box, yeah.
Wow, hopefully they have a lot of whiskey.
Yeah,
No doubt.
hopefully.
All right,
No
so
doubt.
we have established our 6 tiers here. Now I'm just going to kind of randomly grab some games that we have not discussed. If there's anything you guys want to jump at, just let me know. But let's talk about Growl. Tim,
Oh my god!
I know you feel very strongly
You know
about
I do.
Growl.
You got it pretty much. I'd put it as an A for me. And again, I know Bob doesn't love social deduction games, but this is a social deduction game that people that don't always love social deduction tend to enjoy. It plays fast. The fun thing is you're flipping over a card and you're not keeping it, you're giving it to somebody.
Right.
And so there's a lot of table talk on who should get the card and why. There is technically some player elimination, but you're usually not
very
out
light.
for very long. It's
Right.
just a couple of minutes at most. And usually you're still kind of engaged because you want to see what
winning.
happened, or hopefully somebody, avenged your death.
Right. So my pushback would be a lot of people don't like to have that much table talk, right? So you can't really go into like a party game like blank slate. You're not really trying to interact with somebody and like trying to get them to say your word. And if somebody's flipping that card over, you don't have a lot of people that are so extrovert. They're like, "Ooh, I want that card," and they want to sit there and haggle
Sure.
over that card. So I would fight for it to be a little lower. Like
But
I
I also
B.
think that high player interaction makes for better party games.
Sure.
I'm kind
That's
of with
your
Bob where
opinion.
like it's high B tier for me. I
Yeah.
definitely like it more than Codenames though, so I'd put it ahead of Codenames in the B tier for me.
Right.
Sure. Well, I mean, that's 2 Bs to an A, so it's going to be B. I mean,
So we'll do that, but that's not. I mean, we have this higher than Codenames, so this is by no means a bad thing. That means it's still a very
No,
good
not
game.
at all. Absolutely. And, for me, it is
B's
definitely an
degrees.
A. If this was just Tim's only tier list, right, it would be an A, and that's fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just we'll grab some more games. Let's talk about the classic Dixit. Where does Dixit fall for you?
D.
He's at a D. Wow.
Wow. I mean,
I
I'd
tell you
probably
why,
say C.
because
Okay.
there's games that do this better now.
That's true.
That's fair.
I would rather play Mysterium, Detective Club.
Would you consider Mysterium a party game, though?
Not really.
It's
Yeah.
I believe
But
I
it
have
does
I
that
don't know.
mechanic better. And
Sure.
I'd rather play Mysterium than Dixit.
That's fine. I
So
guess
that's
I don't
why I'm
know. I
kicking
don't know if I
Dixit.
consider
Oh.
Dixit a party game.
It is.
I mean,
is.
according to BGG,
It
but
is,
like,
yeah,
It is, though.
people definitely play this as a party game.
And you play it at high
okay,
player counts.
Okay, I guess.
I
I just can't remember any really laugh out loud moments I ever had playing it.
Right, which is why it should be a D.
That's fair.
That's why it should be a D.
you
All right,
know-
Tim, you've convinced me.
I like it better than exploding kittens and
Yeah,
apples to apples.
I don't think
so
you need to
low
rearrange
C.
all the ones in that tier.
No, I'm not. How about low C? Maybe it'll drop.
I mean, I'm not. I guess with C's, I could still be kind of asking to play.
Okay,
I
I see what you
and
mean.
I'm
Yeah.
not asking to play a D.
Correct. Yeah, anything in that D or lower, I am not asking to play. C, if
Yeah.
somebody says, "Do you want to play?" I'd be like,
Yeah.
I guess."
Yeah,
And
okay.
like B, it's like, yeah, I'll play that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A is like I would pick an A game to play.
Right.
And S tier,
I'd
I'm
pick
playing.
B and up.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm good.
If,
Sure.
if somebody has a pile of
But
games,
I haven't
like
played this in a
one
while.
is,
Yeah.
This is part of the debate. I'm good with where this ended up.
All right.
I'm fine with it. You've made your case.
Sorry,
Oh, there's
Dixit
my
fans.
apples to apples. I just didn't see it earlier. Okay, let's talk about.
Grab a middle one.
Yeah,
Let's-
just grab one your things over.
Let's talk
That
about tumbling dice.
Oh, boy.
baby. I've got it. It's an S for me.
Man.
I am trying like hell to get a copy of
You
this
can-
game, and I get the version I want.
That is the thing I think it was.
I don't care. I don't care.
real
I'm
I
quick,
not
didn't care
saying
you'd have bought,
availability.
if you'd have bought the crappy version, though.
No,
If-
I'm saying
if
I
it's-
don't think availability is not what's limiting the playability of the game. If tumbling dice, you walk into a meetup and tumbling dice is on the table, I'm like, who's playing with me?
Even the
Like, I'm not
even,
asking.
even the crappy version.
Yeah,
let's just.
Who's playing with me?
This game, right now, you can only get it from Eagle Griffin. It's been around for 20, 30 years, maybe
Yeah.
longer. And basically, this is like a dexterity game. It's a flicking game. You've got dice on the top of like
A launch
tiers
pad.
of wood,
Yeah.
and you flick them, and where they end up, they are going to score multipliers. It's a blast. Like, I mean, every
it's
night we were at
wild.
QSCon last year, we were the rowdy table playing this as our
Every
nightcap
night,
every
yeah.
night.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I was okay with A or low S here.
Yeah, I see that. I guess I'm worried that some of the newer versions are like a plastic and not the wood. It might not be as nice. And if you get like the best version of the game, it could be.
But to be fair, we have not played the Eagle Griffin version, so you're calling it the crappy version without having played it, which isn't fair.
I'm making an educated guess as opposed because I know how wood interacts as opposed to like the plastic would interact.
Right,
And I
so
think
you
the
get
die
wooden
would bounce
dice.
to. This is a T for me.
We'll keep it as a low S, maybe.
Okay, fine.
I mean, I definitely like it more in
But-
Blake
I'm definitely
Slate.
playing.
Well,
I'm in.
Because here's the thing, right? Is even if it was that other version, at least the first time you walk into a meetup, you're
Yeah.
like, we're playing that because I need to know how it is.
how it bounces off.
Is
that,
it an
'cause
S
I'm
or
worried
A?
that the die are going to bounce too much off that plastic.
But
and
but
not
when I
have
roll
the
in
E.
with that wooden version,
I'm playing.
it's an S.
Sure.
Okay, we agree that it's an S if we have the best version.
Just saying.
There we
We
go.
have
I'm
the
good.
best version. Okay.
Under optimal
Under
circumstances.
optimal,
Yeah.
All right.
Terrible.
It continues on. Let's talk about another Tim favorite here.
All right.
Oh boy.
I'm not gonna
Happy
listen.
Salmon.
Listen, you guys put this where you want, and I will make an argument for.
I could see this as a B tier, honestly.
I will take a B.
Yeah,
I will
I'll
take
take
a
that
B.
B.
I'll take a B. No take backs. No take backs.
Cause I think the shenanigans involved. You're standing around. You're kind of acting crazy, doing stuff. You know, because like I enjoy like charades, and why you're not trying to get like a point across? Well, you are
Right.
kind of getting a point
A little
across,
bit.
you know, because you're doing one of these, you know, or do it. Yeah, it's just silly, goofy fun, and it's 5 minutes, if that.
If that.
yeah.
That's with
Silly-
cleanup and
That's
teach.
yeah. After picking up the cards
It's
on the
silly,
floor.
goofy fun. It's one I won't turn down.
Yeah.
The bad part though is it only supports 4.
What?
What?
Wait, how many does it go to?
Oh my God!
6,
like
right?
6 or 8.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
my bad.
I was like,
Like,
what?
no.
So I
Sorry.
remember at was that Gen Con or Origins? We were
yeah.
like standing in a circle playing with a bunch of people that showed
So
up.
yeah, like I will just say while I jumped on that B so fast, this
Yeah.
is an A for me. But
Sure.
I 100% like
At least
I
a
know
B.
I'm the dum dum that loves this, and so that the fact that people humor me and play it, I'm very happy that this is at a B. But also, I guess to be fair, if like. I would probably play Growl before Happy Salmon, but if somebody was like Happy Salmon, I'm like, count me in.
Sure.
I mean, it's fast.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's all.
And
Yeah, I don't
these
think
will
we need to
move,
rearrange
but
those.
like,
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think we need to
Code
rearrange
name-
them all the time.
I'm not every time, but as they go along, I'll do it while I can.
Just shift.
Let's talk about Can't Stop.
Excuse me. Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
This is kind of interesting because this plays at a lower player count,
It's only 4.
and it
There's
is
a
a
lot of-
little
A
longer
little bit
than
of
some of these
It
other
can be a
party games.
slog if nobody's rolling dice.
My-
You gotta wait for your turn. This is a C for me.
Ooh.
My beef is the downtime,
Yeah.
and I honestly, I'm trying to guess where I think these are going, not necessarily where
No,
I
no,
think
no.
they'll
Yeah,
go.
you're fine. I would put
Bob
it as a
saying
B.
it is a C, I'm fine with it. I don't think it's a great party game. It only supports 4, and there's lots of downtime.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
here's, I guess, I will not fight too much on it being a C under the caveat that this is a
Optimal
better
conditions.
game than a C-rated game, but as a party game is not as good.
Sure, I could
I
see
don't-
it being a D as a party game under the descriptors given because it only supports a 4.
I mean, I would have it as a
you think so?
no. I think it's a C as a party game and a
Oh, okay.
B as a regular
I see
game.
what you're saying.
I rate it higher as not a party game,
Gotcha,
but
gotcha.
as a party
Party
game,
game.
I don't feel like it's as good.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I think C is where it belongs.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Okay.
We have a lot of games to go
We do.
over.
We do.
yeah, like, that's a
All
lot
right.
of games.
Well, some are
I
more
know.
worth fighting over than others.
Just
right?
one.
A.
Yeah, it's a high A, man. This used to be the standard, like until
It did.
It really is.
until Flip 7 came around. Like we were always like
I think
Just
I'm
one
just
is
kind of like
wore out on it
a
a bit.
little bit.
Okay.
I wouldn't like if I went to a party though and that's the game people wanted to play. Count me in.
I'm playing. I'm having a
Yeah.
great time.
Yeah.
100%.
It's a lot of
having a great
fun.
time.
It's easy to teach. It supports 7. Usually end up
I
playing it
support
3 or
as many
4
as you
times
want,
in a
really.
row.
yes,
Yeah,
many pieces of
realistically.
paper
Yeah,
or dry
that's
erase
true.
boards.
dry
that
erase
you got.
boards. Yeah.
Just one is a modern classic word.
It is 100% also just a no-brainer must buy.
Yep. We were kind of surprised that Deep Sea Adventure was in the party game list, but it is easy to play and it supports 7?
6
Yeah.
or 7.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
guess for me, this is kind of like the can't stop thing. is I don't.
Yeah.
There's a little more rules to it, which for me would drop it
Lower
down a little bit,
yeah.
right?
It lowers the
So
accessibility.
it's like a B or a C. Like
Yeah,
for me as a
for
party game,
I'd put it on a C.
I think as a regular game I would put it as a B, and as a party game I would put it as a C.
Don't clip this, but I agree with Tim.
Oh, gross. I feel slimy.
Yeah, I feel dirty. I need a
I mean,
shower.
if the whole context is we're throwing a party and how do we keep people entertained, I'm okay with this being a C. But I agree, it's great for strategy gamers.
Yeah, I
you
love
want
sitting
something
down.
light.
Correct.
Yeah,
A
like-
light strategy game.
Like, oh, we got like not even an hour, right? Where we got a little bit of time to kill, but I don't want to like set up something huge.
Yep.
Like this is
you can
fun.
play that in like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Basically,
absolutely.
rolling dice, moving your guy, trying to grab stuff before you bust.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
get
and the
back
more
to
treasure you
yourself.
have, and
The heavier you are.
heavier you are, the more oxygen you're taking up as you're trying
Yeah.
to take it back to the top, and it's a group pool of oxygen.
Really
So
nice.
it's like quit
Yeah.
sucking all the air out of the
It's
submarine.
an
Tim.
older game, too, for Moink Games.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's try to go maybe towards the bottom. Let's talk about what do you meme and why it's trash.
Why is it trash? Because it is. It's not fun. It's not funny.
It's a judging game, number one. Number two, it's based on memes, which are time sensitive. Like, they just don't carry the same hilarity that they did when this game came out almost 10 years ago.
What do you meme this as a game? This is terrible.
It's not a
not
game.
even a
It
game.
is- it is-
It's a collection of cards with memes on them.
It's trash. So that's why we have the trash tier for these popular ones.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Dubious.
Ooh. So I have a little bit of a hard time with this as a party game.
Well,
it is listed
it's-
that way on BGG.
it's like
I
a
didn't
D&D
think
party.
of it.
It's true.
I didn't think of it. I saw it on.
High player
Because
count.
Bob, maybe not that many people want that much player interaction.
But the thing is, though, is you are not lying. You're just being dubious because
Yeah.
you want people to guess you. You
That's
just don't
fair.
want to.
This is also the group dependent. Because you get somebody that's
It
really
can be.
bad at giving clues,
Yeah.
and it's like, what?
I think it's a solid B. To be in all honesty, I don't necessarily think
High
it's an
B?
A. Yeah, I think it's a high B. I really enjoy this game.
Yeah, I think it's a great game.
And like you said, if you have people who are like really into like coming up with characters and doing those types of things and like an acting in character, like
And it's
it
fun
could,
to-
it,
yeah,
could-
to
it could
say the
be
stuff in
an
the-
A tier,
Yeah.
type of game. But for an on average, what's it, optimal conditions, should it be an A?
No,
I think it's a solid B.
It's situational because of the group.
and also I think that there are times where that game can kind of ground to a halt if somebody freezes up trying to
come up with a clue.
Like, don't get too clever, man. Just like
go.
say something, right?
Just go.
Yeah, Dubious is kind of like you're building a role-playing character, but you got to get people to guess what your role is without actually telling them.
You don't want
But
everybody.
You
to
don't want
guess.
everybody to get it. You got to
want
be.
some.
Yeah.
Dubious.
As many as you can without it being everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because you can't be so wrong, right?
Yeah,
You
because
gotta
you have a
some
role
people
and a
guess.
secret,
Yeah.
and you're trying to get them to guess those.
Let's talk about an old classics categories.
Nice.
That's fine. It's like a C for me. I just think that
I think
there's
it's a B.
other games that do similar things better.
It's
I
simultaneous, which is nice. It's a higher player count, which is nice.
Categories is
enjoy it.
You roll.
I-
You've just got to write down as many of the same.
Yeah, so you roll a letter, and then you've got your piece of paper on there, and you're just trying to write down words that start with that letter. And then as long as nobody has the same thing as you, you're going to get
Oh,
points
right.
for it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's like the opposite of like blank.
I
blank or
enjoy
just
it.
one.
I'm okay with it being a B or a C.
I'd be it. I mean, because it's a classic. It's
It is
kind
a
of-
classic.
It's kind of like withstood the test of time, right? People
It
still
has.
play it. I think it's a solid, solid B.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like
That B
really,
tier's gonna need more space.
really.
B tier might need more space. We'll see what happens. I gotta lower my font size.
That's right.
Okay, let's try to get another good one in
Grab one off the top
here.
there.
How about Green Team wins?
There
Ooh,
you
this is
go.
high up for me.
Yeah.
Because Green Team wins. This does sort of that trivia thing the best way possible.
Right.
There's not really a right answer or a wrong answer.
It's
It's
just a popular
the
answer.
popular answer,
Yeah.
which then makes it the right answer or the wrong answer. This plays so easy and so fast, and it's very, again, I love trivia,
Yeah.
right? But like
You don't have to know anything.
you don't have to know anything. You just
Just know the green team wins.
pick one.
Yeah.
I mean, is it S tier though?
Basically, it's you're given a category, and everybody starts on the orange team. And if you match answers with other people, you join the green team, and you get more answers for more points for correct answers.
Yeah, it's a A or an S for me. I'm somewhere in between.
It's
like
high A. It's not quite an S for me.
That's
I
fine.
hear you. Like the nice thing about it though too is it's got a lot of dry erase markers and things on it that you can use for other games.
That's true, too.
Which is kind of nice. But yeah, I'd
done that
say
too?
A is pretty good.
It's a really fun game.
Man, it's great.
All right. How about Galapagos?
This is so group dependent for me.
Yeah.
It's like a B or a C for me
Yeah,
because
that's
there's
where
some
I'm at
player
with it.
elimination as well.
That can be
And if that happens
That's a
earlier
factor.
than later,
you
that's
got-
rough.
Yeah, you got nothing to do.
So,
Kind of a well, it's a cooperative game until
it
the food
isn't.
runs
Yeah.
out. And then you have to vote on who gets to stick around. So you're either doing stuff to like fish and get food for everybody, or bail water to get water for everybody, or you're dubiously grabbing cards out of this deck, which might include guns to eliminate other players.
we're looking at you, Wes.
Yeah, and then you're using politics to decide who has actually done the most for the group and vote them out.
So I will make an argument for why it's a C, and you guys debate and decide. So for me, it's a C because the most fun part of that game is the last round of getting on that boat, right? The arguing. And
We have 2 boats and there's 3 of us.
yeah, and then it's the pulling out of the guns and then the shields and all that stuff.
Yeah, ping, ping.
If you die before that, you have missed out on the best part of the game. That's my
I'd
issue,
C-tier it.
and puts it at a C for me.
Yeah.
That part of the game is legitimately fun, but it sucks when you die before that part
Yeah,
of the game, and you're just
getting-
kind of like waiting for 5
Looks
minutes.
like you guys
longer.
had a bunch of fun.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Getting eliminated sucks.
But it's a fun game. It's pretty good.
How about Da Da Da?
Ooh. I think this is an A tier.
Yes.
Because it is a little, it takes a few minutes to get people to really grok it, and like really,
Grab a hold of it.
and then once they figure it out,
Yeah.
but you also need a pretty good group.
Yeah, I've definitely seen people just kind of be like, nah, not really for me, kind of
Yeah.
a thing. Like, I feel like it's an A, but I kind of feel like overall it might be a B just because of the abstractness of it. Might
And
be a
it
bit
demands
much
a lot
for
of its players.
Yeah.
It's not just like a
Correct. The
yes,
game-
no.
yeah.
There's a lot of
You got
interaction.
to make the game, the players make the game.
and you've got to really try to make your point.
Yeah.
I
I mean, I'm not
Using
to
nonsense
overcrowd not to overcrowd the B, but I it's somewhere between an A and a B for me.
Yeah.
So Tim has that in A. Mike, where's your vote?
I would have it at an A.
Okay.
So we'll go low A since Bob's voting
Yeah,
B.
and I love the game. Like, and we've played it with some really awesome groups, but I do feel like, and I have played it with a few people, have just kind of just not gotten into
Yeah,
it.
and that's a bummer, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like we could all be having a lot of fun, and yeah.
Let's talk about another classic coup. I'm like really low C here. It's
I'm a
it's
D.
only a 4-player game, and it's just I don't know. After you've played it a few times, Bob's a D.
I'm a D or a T.
I mean, yeah,
I
it's-
really don't like coup
I
at
really
all.
don't like Coup.
Let's put it in the D tier then, low D tier.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to call it trash,
Fair.
Yeah.
but
I guess trash is too harsh.
it is. It's the T tier. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
T tier. That's right.
Sorry.
We just picked those letters arbitrarily.
Yes,
Yeah,
right. It's the
arbitrarily.
T tier. There you go. You should know how to play coup by now, hopefully.
We'll talk about better versions of this game.
Yeah,
We'll play it in a few
That's,
minutes, I'm
that's
sure.
possible. All right, let's go another classic, Taboo.
I kind of forget how you play Taboo.
So Taboo has a word across the top that you're trying to get your partner to say.
But you can't
And it's
say
got a
it.
list of words underneath it that you cannot say. And
List of words.
Yeah, and so the other person's sitting next to you with a buzzer, and you're trying to give clues to this person, trying to get them to say it. And if you say something you're not supposed to say, they buzz you, and that's like super fun to do, right?
Yes.
But once they say a word that you're not supposed to say, then you can start saying that word.
That word again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I love this. This is one of the games like I kind of grew up on playing.
Sure.
My family played it all the time.
Same.
Yeah, like it's
I
hilarious.
think I enjoy. Now I'm remembering once you started talking about it. I like Taboo more than Categories, so I'm fine with it as a B.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a really good
I think
game.
It's a solid, good word game.
And like you guys said, right? Evergreen classic.
yeah.
I've been playing it since I was a kid. I'm totally okay with it being in the middle of the B tier.
And the fun thing, real quick, with this party tier list is that there's like all these hobby level games, and some of these just badass mass market games that have been just
Yeah,
great.
I know,
it's kind of
right?
a fun
It
mix.
came
of-
out in the 90s, and you can still go out to the store and buy it now.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Or you can find one of the 10 copies at Goodwill. like I did.
Also
True,
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I should do that.
I think my parents sold our copy in a yard sale like years
You're like,
ago.
"What'd you do
and
that
I
for?"
went and got another copy at Goodwill.
It'd be kind of funny if you like stumbled upon your
Your
copy,
copy.
at the Goodwill, like, "There's that thing." went."
Yeah.
Mom said it got burned or something.
Yeah. And then it's a cursed copy.
Right? Or like your favorite shirt that had a hole in it, and
Yeah.
you go to like the Goodwill, and you're like, "That's my shirt."
Hey.
All right, how about Sushi Go Party?
I can't give feedback.
B or a C for me. It's fine.
Wow.
It's fine. I don't have any beef with Sushi Go because it's all sushi. It's fine. It's cute.
Sashimi Go.
Easy to teach.
I
But
like Sushi Go quite a bit. I think Party adds more replayability and more players, which is nice.
I don't remember what the difference is between Party and just Go.
More stuff, different cards, and
Okay.
it's a bigger box.
Okay.
A
I
bigger
don't think
10.
I've played. I maybe played Sushi Go one time. Never played the party version.
Where are we arguing for this to be?
Wherever you want. I'm not going to fight you on it.
I've never played it, so it's a C for me.
There you go.
I'm
'Cause there's
okay
not
with
much room
it.
in the
I
B
haven't
tier.
seen it.
I haven't seen it. Wow.
It's got to be in the B tier for me, in my opinion.
That's fine because I'm like a B or a C on it, and it's fine.
Seems high.
Wow, says the guy that only played it once. Maybe
Never.
that's why.
Yeah.
Okay. How about Wits and Wagers? Another very popular game.
I'm
I
low
think
on
this is a
this.
great mass market game.
Yeah, I'm low on this just because it never excited me. It's fine.
Um,
I'm like a C or a D.
Yeah, I never really had a lot of laugh out louds. Like Mike says, it is a fun game. I would play it if somebody had it at a meetup or something. I would play Wits and Wager. It is nice that it's like a trivia game where you don't really have to know the answers.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you just kind of got to be close or know somebody that
Yeah.
does. You know.
Yeah, because
so-
I'm betting you had the right answer.
Yeah,
Like,
Tim seemed pretty confident about that. I'm gonna go ahead and just
Yeah.
bet close to him.
But it's so group dependent and like, I don't
it
know.
doesn't really evoke any like
Well,
or-
right, and I do like trivia games, and this is like sort of the, I don't know. I just, it's not super fun for me as somebody that likes trivia games, but it's whatever. It's a C or a D as long as it's somewhere in that round. I'm not gonna fight.
Yeah.
I'll leave
Yeah.
it at a low C. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Okay. So Clover, another word game.
Ooh, so this kind of for me goes around kind of similar issues that Codenames has.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And you like, I really enjoy this game.
Yes,
and,
it's thinky.
And when you crack the code, right, it's so satisfying. But there's a lot of downtime.
Yep.
If you are the person who assembles it,
You're done.
while you are trying to put it all together, everybody else is waiting. And then while they are trying to figure out your thing, you are just kind of waiting. You know, I mean, and yeah, it's kind of fun to watch people get stuff right and wrong, but you can't give anything away. And if they're taking too long, it's kind of like, okay, come on, guys.
Just make a decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know. There's some fun with that tension.
Right.
But this can go.
And it can be alpha
a
game
minute.
too. Like if somebody's like, no, I think it's this, and like people aren't be able to give their feedback on where they think the
Right.
guesses should be, and so
Right.
it does suffer from a bit of that.
I'll mention something that a friend of the show, Mike Giuliano, once said is that every time he sees people playing this, he doesn't look like they're actually having fun. It's like you're thinking and you feel clever when people get your clue, but like there's no laugh out loud moments. I'm
Yeah.
totally okay with this being low C.
And here's and I don't really disagree with that, but I would still want to own a copy. I don't own a copy, but I
do.
want one.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
have one, and I reach for this game, and I do play it, which I guess is a little unfair because in a C. I guess for me it would be a B because it is a game that I would reach for
Sure,
to play.
that's fair.
But I could be okay with it being in a C for the
Well,
previously
because
mentioned
it's
reasons.
so situational too, though, right?
Right, like
Yeah,
I said,
there's-
like as a party game, like almost like the what was Deep Sea Adventure,
Right.
You know, similar.
Yeah,
reasoning.
I would agree with that. I think it's more fun as not a party game.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with another word game. Let's talk about Decrypto.
Okay, so I like Decrypto quite a bit, but I think the rules, it's hard for people to wrap their brain around the rules. And because of the initial, the
Barrier to
surface
entry.
level complexity, that
Yeah.
barrier to entry, it pulls it down a bit more to a B for me than an A.
Yeah.
I do enjoy Decrypto, but I don't know that it ever goes like the full thing. You know what I mean? Like there's just some,
Yeah.
and if I don't play it for like a month or two, I kind of forget I remember the gist of it, but I don't remember the minutia of the rules.
Yeah, kind of like you're saying, like So Clover. It's like, yeah, when you finally figure it out, like it feels really good. Like especially when you get to solve the other team's puzzle, like when they haven't been able to do it for like so many rounds or whatever. Like it feels really good. But as a party game, I'd B or C it myself.
I love this game. It just happens to be my favorite word game, and I have played this with like big groups and had a lot of fun with it. Group dependent though, I'm okay with this falling to a B, but there's just no way I'm putting it under Codenames. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I think it's way more fun than Codenames.
Because like the other thing, right? That just occurred to me is that like S&As for me are like I'm taking those games and I'm playing those party games with people that don't play any other board games. They're not interested in anything more than a 5-minute teach, and things like that. And Decrypto just kind of like that level of complexity just kind of nudges it down for a party game. But like Clover, we're hanging out and it's like, you want to bust out Decrypto? Hell yeah, I do. Like, let's go.
Fair. I think it's fair.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic game. I really do. For me, it is like an A-level game, but as a party game, it definitely falls to a B.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's maybe grab from
so
down
many games.
here.
All right,
I know there's
some
a
will go
lot of
fast.
games, guys.
Some will go
All right,
fast.
how about the classic Cranium?
C or
I
D.
don't really know it.
C or D. I appreciate that Cranium gives you like different ways to answer the questions and everything, but it runs like the Play-Doh. It does run dry after a while.
There you go. That's a great description. I don't think much more needs to be said
That's
on
fine.
Cranium.
I liked Cranium when it first came out. Thought it was really fun, and I'm just kind of done with it now.
Let's go Trivial Pursuit. Let's get our mass market games out there.
It's a C or D for me. It's not trash. Depends on the
Not trash.
version.
Yeah, it depends on the version.
And also,
it's
yeah,
not really
D,
a party game.
D's also a great spot for it because the roll and move, that game can go on way too long.
Yeah, you're trying to. Oh, I need a 3. Nope.
If I could play Trivial Pursuit in like an hour, optimal, great time.
Give me some
awesome.
tokens I can manipulate the pips of my dice. Like if I have that piece of pie already and like and I get it correct, like give me like a token and I can use that token to.
Or I could trade 3 of one color to get a color I need.
Oh well, that's only because you know a lot about movies and you don't know anything about. I don't know.
I would
Anything else?
Yeah.
suggest a
Adulting.
different trivia game, CDSK.
Ooh, is this the one we played? I
the
think
full
I've
42.
only played this on the full 42. I really want to play this game again.
So basically, it is a trivia game, but you got difficulty of 1 to 10. So you can decide how difficult of a question you want to get within that category, and that's also how many points you score. So you get your own personal risk and reward based on your knowledge of the category. I think it works really well.
That is one of the things I really like because then you can.
It's almost like Final Jeopardy. Like, you're like, oh, what's the category? Okay, yeah, I'm risking all these points.
I do really like that.
Was that
part
on the?
of it.
Were you guys at full 42 when I was still on second shift? Is that why?
Yeah.
Were you not there for that one?
I don't
No.
recall playing. That.
That's good.
Nope,
It's
it
good.
was before Bob got on our live show, which you should watch. It's every Wednesday night at 8 p.m.
Yeah. Have a drink with us. Have your favorite sarsaparilla
sometimes
or
we play some of these games. We've played a lot of Flip 7 on them.
Oh yeah, we have.
Because it lends itself to that. All right, let's try to get another
If I get
game.
a copy of Tumbling Dice, you'll just see me in the background playing Tumbling Dice. Tim, it's your turn. Oh, okay.
Telestrations.
Yeah, it's an S.
This is one of the greatest party games ever made. It's hilarious. It's easy to teach. And if you're a bad drawer, that
Even
just
better.
makes the game more fun.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I am a terrible artist.
Yes.
And this is why this is like better for me than like a fake artist goes to New York and stuff like that. Because Telestrations is just hilarious. Whether you're playing After Dark or regular, right? I play the regular version with my wife and kids and, family members. And everybody's crying, laughing just as hard as when we play the After Dark version at a convention.
Oh my gosh.
And and that's even fun because while that can kind of be a race to the bottom like Cards Against Humanity, it doesn't get old because the jokes are there. Like I have friends that still have saved or like we can't use this player board.
Or take pictures of them to
Yeah.
memorialize them.
Yeah, I've got a really funny one that has become a running joke now with Matt and their group, like when they play. And I don't want to say what it is because it's an After Dark one. I don't want to say what it is on here. But man, every time now when we play, somebody puts it in, whether it's appropriate or not.
Nice.
Just so you get that one. And
Right.
you're like, oh, because it came back up. But, right, the party situation, it creates running jokes.
Right.
Things like that. It's great.
Yeah.
No doubt, right?
It's
Yeah.
an amazing game. It's
Yeah,
so
hell
fun. Get the 12-player version if you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's bad.
There's no reason to have a 6 or an 8-player version when there's a 12. And if you have the group for After Dark, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Even funny.
Agreed.
Yep.
Get both.
Yeah, seriously.
Support the op. We're making good stuff.
There you go. Doodle Dash.
Okay.
been a while.
Yeah,
It's-
it's been a minute.
I'm like a C on this. I enjoyed it when it first came out, and I haven't just gone to reach for it much
Yeah.
later.
Exactly. I'm okay with that.
fine.
Just kind of you got to draw very quick. There's a timer, and it's a very short timer, so you're rushing and making ridiculous drawings.
Yeah, it's fun, but yeah,
Okay.
there's other
Best stick
stuff I
figures.
reach for instead.
All right, Sausage Sizzle.
Oh baby, it's a S or an A for me. Like
Wow.
I love me some
I mean,
sausage
it's
sizzle.
it's fun, but like I don't know. It's definitely not an S tier.
Okay,
It's not an S for me either.
Yeah.
then it's an A. Oh my God, chanting around the table, high player count, easy to teach. I was playing
It is
this.
Easy to teach.
I was playing this at the little meetup with non-gamers. Like, oh, I brought games. Okay, and they want to, and Sausage Sizzle was a hit.
It's a high B or a low A for me.
That's I'm like B in general on this, so I guess that's gonna put this as a high B.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's great. 25th century games, tool art.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty, and it's easy. Like I said, easy to teach. A good player count. You do end up having to wait for your turn sometimes, especially in the higher player counts. 'cause
Well,
you're
that's when
waiting
you
for somebody
use
roll.
that downtime to
chant
to
sausage,
chant
sausage,
and
sausage.
goad your opponents into making bad
decisions. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Do you guys remember Good Cop, Bad Cop?
I really like Good Cop, Bad Cop.
Don't.
As far as social deduction games go, this fixes a lot of the stuff that just regular generic ones do. For me, it's probably a B, but I'm fine if you guys don't remember it or haven't played it enough to move it higher.
I didn't really enjoy it, and I love social deduction. Like, it's a D for me, so I'm putting it in the C, which is halfway between.
Yeah,
me
I
and
remember. Excuse me. I remember the game, but like I don't. It didn't leave a mark. So I guess.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
a C would be about where it fell.
Tim. I got rid of my copy pretty quickly.
I've got everything for it.
Okay. Adventure Party from Smirk and
Ooh.
Dagger.
I was really hoping when we were talking about Dubious that this was going to be on as an option. This is at least an A.
Yeah, it's a solid A.
It's a
And
very
it's very
solid A.
group dependent. Some people don't quite get the gist, Bill. Or like you say, okay, you just want to advance the story a little bit and leave stuff. And like I play with somebody and they get all the way to the end and do the whole thing of their whole story. It's like, okay, well, I guess I will stand over the dragon.
Right, and that's why you have to. That's such a smart way to make everybody kind of. So even if you roll that 20, because you roll a die and then you describe, you say what you're gonna do.
Yeah, say what you want to do. Roll the die behind a screen, and then you say what happened, and then everybody's trying to guess with their die behind a screen what you rolled.
Right.
Yes.
And then you get points and they get points based on how close they got. So if you're like sneaking into a cave and there's vampires in there, and your goal is to kill the vampires, the thing is, you need the last person at the table to be the
wrap
one to
up.
kill the
Yeah.
vampires so they can wrap up the story. So if I go first and I roll a 20 and I just go, I go in and I stake him, crit hit. Idiot.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it really has that fun, like push and pull, and the people describing stuff. This
Group-
game's freaking great.
Group dependent.
Yeah.
I'll slide it back here
There you
because it's
go.
very group dependent.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about like playing D&D is saying I want to do this, and you roll the die, and you're like, well, this is what actually happened,
Yeah.
and that is this game. So
That is
yeah.
this game.
Yeah.
It really encapsulates that
Yes.
experience.
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
right?
Okay. How about Joking Hazard? Judging game, right?
D or
yeah.
T.
It's either a low D or T. Like between it's better than Cards Against Humanity. I'm
Yeah.
pointing because of this screen over here. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's
It's a D. It's fine. What is it? Happiness and Cyanide or whatever.
Yeah.
people-
Cyanide and Happiness.
Yeah, that's
yes.
what it is.
Their comics are really funny.
The
But
comics
as
are
a game,
very
it's still
funny.
just a judging game, and there's no input. You
It's
just
fine.
kind of
Yeah,
pick a card.
So it is, yes. You got it just about right.
Okay. How about Dungeon Fighter? This is classified on BGG as a party
it's
game.
like a C for me. I really enjoy this game, but there's a lot of
Correct.
rules
There's
to
a lot
it,
of rules for a party
and
game.
it's really difficult for a party game.
Yes.
I think a party game where you're trying to all accomplish something, it shouldn't feel super hard.
Yeah. Yeah, this game, like, if you could streamline this and take out a lot of, like, 3 or 4 pages out of the rule book, it could be a better party game because you're just kind of doing the dice chucking and doing the exploring and whatnot. But, like, you got to do all these crazy trick shots, like put a die on your elbow and then, like, flick it off, or, like, behind the back, bounce it off the board, and land it on this target, and then where you land on the target is how much damage you're going to do. And, yeah, it can be pretty tough. And there's just a lot of rules overhead for a party game.
That's exactly
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
it's a lot for a party game.
I do like it though.
Yeah, me too.
good dice
I got a
chuck.
bunch of different versions of it.
Me,
Chicken.
chicken. This is like an A or a B for me. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Push your luck, dice rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fun thing, though, is passing a bunch of dice over to the next person. You're like, no, because they
Yeah.
don't want to roll those foxes, right?
Mhm. And with the expansion, it's even better. The egg expansion.
The egg expansion.
I'm going to argue for this being above all these because it's not group dependent. Literally everybody can play this game.
This is true.
There's a little bit of downtime based on how big the group is,
Yeah.
but you
Probably
only
like
roll
6
3
or
times,
8.
right?
Correct. You get
So
3
it's not like it
rolls.
takes a ton
Right.
of time.
Yeah.
But
Unlike Sausage Sizzle, you sit there and have to keep rolling. Oh, I'll reserve one. Rolling. I'll reserve one. And you got
Right.
8 rolls of the die later. You're done with your turn.
I personally like it more than sausage sizzle.
Oh,
so
not me.
I'm low A,
Not me
high
at
B
all,
on
yeah.
chicken.
no,
Yeah,
sausage
I think it's
sizzle.
pretty good where it's at.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I like sausage sizzle way
Lot
better,
of
but
games
I do
to
like
go. Let's talk about autocomplete, which we've played on our
Trash.
live show. It's not a game.
It should only be played as a
Joke.
joke.
Ironically.
Ironically, yes. Hipster pick.
Hipster pick.
We actually make a trivia game out of it on our live show, and it's kind of funny, but it's not a game.
Right.
Yeah.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
Ooh. This is at least an A tier for me because I enjoy this game so much. I love playing this game in character, talking trash and bluffing to blave or not bluffing. This game's super fun. I love this game.
I own this and I've never reached for it. I've played it. I played other people's versions, but I found the Disney version.
I need to find that one. That's one I
Yeah.
really want.
Yeah. And I have yet to be like, yeah, let me play that.
I love Sheriff Nottingham.
So
I love this
This
game.
is like a C or a B for me.
Wow. And I'm like high B is about where I'm at.
So
with
it's
this.
so it's a B
So
then.
it's a B.
That's the average, right?
Yeah.
I'm an A, he's a C, you're a B. It's right in the middle.
It's right.
But
in
that
the
doesn't mean
middle.
you're right.
Yeah, calm down. Calm down, Mike. Jeez Louise. Now we're never at the end of it.
I'm just kind of moving it around as people are selling me on where it needs to go. So, all right. Let's talk about Camel Up.
Never played it.
Yeah, like it's all right. I thought I'd like it a lot more. I like racing and I like gambling games. I wish you actually, I don't know. It's okay. Whoops, sorry about that. Oh, what did
I
just
guess
do?
a C is probably fair, but I don't consider Camel Up a party game. It is a B. It is on this
What I
tier
did with
level, not party games. It's a B racing game for me.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. I love the betting. I love that all the you're not a player color, right? As far as the camels go.
Right.
And you're betting on just whatever camel is going to show up. But for a party game, there's a lot of teach and explaining. Not a lot of
Yeah.
teach, but enough of a teach and explaining how it works.
I'm okay with this being in the C tier. It's fine for a party game. All right, let's talk about Blood on the Clock Tower. This is interesting because this is one of my favorite social
going so
deduction games, but you can't play this with that many people. You need people that are very experienced social deduction players. Because there's a lot to absorb in this game. There's a lot of rules. There's tons of rolls. There's 25 for each set that you play. I'm not going to put it in the S tier.
What's the minimum player count?
Here, 5
You really need to play it at 5.
or 6. Yeah.
And you need a storyteller. So 6.
Okay. I like Blood on the Clock Tower quite a bit. it's not a party game. You cannot. It is an appointment game. Calling Blood on the Clock Tower a party game is like calling Twilight Imperium a party game. It's long,
Not
it's
quite that
involved.
heavy, but
It's
still.
got to be a gamer party.
It's a gamer part. It's got to be a gamer party. You are
It's
not
not
bringing
the-
Blood on the Clock Tower to Thanksgiving and getting Grandma to play.
I originally didn't have this on the list, but when I was done putting it together, I went through BGG, and it's one of the highest ranked ones.
Yeah. So as a
they're
party
wrong.
game, it is a D
It's a D.
for me. It is terrible as a party game.
As a game, for me, it's a T.
I've got it way higher than as a
Are you
game,
okay if
but
I put it low C?
I'm fine with that. I just my caveats are not with it that it's of the game. It's just that it's not a party game.
I mean, I'm not, but it's whatever. I don't think it's a party game, and I don't think it's a very good game. I think you're basically playing through what the storyteller wants you to do. This is more like almost like D&D on rails, almost like where I mean, yes, you guys are kind of trying to figure out who the bad guy is, but the storyteller has ultimate control of everything. He might as well be the game he's the game master, and so it's his game. It's not a game.
Yeah, you're going through an experience.
I just can't put it like below like Dixit and Cranium.
If we're in a party situation and somebody's like, "Oh, Blood on the Clock Tower," or Dixit, I'm
playing
going
apples,
Dixit.
I'm playing apples to apples before I play Blood on the Clock Tower.
Because I don't want to watch a bunch of people go while you try to explain Blood on the Clock. You have to do homework
You do.
before you play Blood on the Clock Tower.
Yeah, parties don't require homework, Mike. I think they're calling it a party game because of the crazy high party player count.
And player interaction.
Yeah, and the player interaction.
wow. All right then.
And I know there's like not technically player elimination, but there is kind of player
Yeah.
elimination.
it's
You just get one more vote, but you
Yeah.
can talk all you want.
Yeah, I mean,
It's fine.
sorry. I'm just trying to shrink this bad boy.
just do BOC.
That's what I'm doing. I just keep hitting the wrong thing. So there you go. They convinced me to move it to the D tier tour
As a party game,
As a party
as a
game.
party game.
Like, as
Yeah,
a normal
I'm okay with
game,
that.
it's
it should
even
be
lower for Bob.
We need one more tier for this, and it should not be appearing on this list.
yeah, right. Game not appearing on this list.
I tried to do my research
No,
for
you did-
this.
you did
so,
good, man.
all right, let's try to get some
fun.
good ones up here. Ready, set, bet.
Hell yeah.
That's a good one.
That's an A.
That's an A tier for me.
For me, it's S. I love this.
But the problem with this, Mike, so we were at the convention that Mike had mentioned earlier. We were playing maybe Sequoia, I think it was,
Yeah.
and we saw
The
Ready, Set,
most
Bet.
boring game.
Well,
of
and it
Ready,
was
Set,
the
Bet I've
it was the
ever heard.
bougiest. The guy had a nice tablet. He had a huge play mat. He had all the chips. He had everything, and I heard not one cheer. I heard not one. Congratulations. No, nothing. It was a very muted.
It was
game.
so
And it just-
boring.
yeah, we get rowdy, but we get rowdy doing just about anything. So it's like.
Group dependent.
It's group dependent, and like I've tried playing with some people, and they're just like, okay. I mean, because it's kind of like, a lot of the big things about placing those bets is making money, but like if it's not real
and
money,
also,
is
like,
it that
yelling
exciting?
At the horses.
Yeah,
Go, come on!
yeah.
And there was nothing. It was just
so-
people sitting there, like,
Okay. Yeah.
So we're going A tier with it then.
Yeah.
A is fine.
it's a great A tier.
It is
game.
a great A.
Okay.
No S
With
tier.
the right group, it could be S tier.
Yeah, play with us. You're having
Yeah,
S.
hell
You're
yeah.
having S tier time.
Yes. Any of these games.
I think we had our debates over whether Cabango is a party game.
Kabanga.
It's a
Cabango.
quick card shedding game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a B, maybe. And I mean, like low A, high B.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Low B or high B, low A.
Yeah.
Okay. Good with that.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Ahoy Kitten.
It's a
That
S
one
tier.
is not listed as a party game.
This
And it should
is
be.
a party game.
This
It
is.
takes 10 minutes to play, 30 seconds to explain. It supports 6, which is a higher player count. And if you play this game and people aren't laughing, like I just have not had that
Cursing at
happen.
each other.
S
Yeah.
tier.
So when you're little, that you guys play like musical chairs, right?
Yeah.
It's basically musical chairs with fish and cats. Because it's like there's one less seat for everybody to pick, and then you're pointing, and someone's not getting something. Like it's fantastic. S tier.
It's a blast. It's just so fun to play.
I mean, what? So and it sports 6.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
And
how
it
that's not
takes
listed as a party
10
game?
minutes.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
It's fun at 3.
Yeah, and it's fun at a lot of
It's
different
fun
levels.
at 3, and it's just as fun at 6.
Yep, and it doesn't increase the time.
Not at
If
all.
anything, it's a little shorter.
So much fun.
We
Yeah.
talk this one up all the time, but it's great.
It's
Published by Mayday.
All time great.
Yeah.
All time great.
Skull.
Change my mind.
Haven't played. I just got a copy of
played
this.
it
and
once.
Wow, you
I
guys haven't played Skull.
So I have no opinion.
This is kind of a beer and pretzels
Yeah.
deduction bluffing game. You're basically putting down like a flower or a skull face down, and then you're telling people it's not a flower. But then if they can start to reveal their coasters is kind of what they
Yeah.
are. Like, it's okay.
I
you
traded
know.
for a copy of this because
Yeah.
I wanted one.
Yeah.
B or C.
Like somebody threw it in. Like there was like a trade on BGG,
Mm.
and I wasn't like 100% like on the trade, but there wasn't. It, like just to kind of even it out a little bit, I was just like, hey, would you mind throwing Skull in there too, and we'll call it good. And that they did. So I was like, cool,
Yeah,
thanks.
it's fine. So
C.
if it's a C.
Yeah, somebody has it. I'll play it.
Yeah, I'd love to play
All right,
it.
we're getting through these. Spot It is listed as a party game, but like, I'm sorry, it's a kids game.
It's
only.
a kids game, so it's D or trash.
Yeah.
Is that like the spot? It sounds like I see
Reveal a
something
thing
orange.
and then quickly point at the icon, and then you collect the token, and most tokens wins. Like, that's the game.
Yeah.
It's not much.
You can drop it down to
Better for kids.
you can drop it.
You know, since we only have 3 games down there,
So far.
Spotted is T tier. Sorry,
Yeah, T tier, please, Tim.
I'm not playing this with a party of adults. Let's put it that way.
No.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
Maybe if you use the Boost and Memo components, you could play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Wolves of Mercia.
Ooh.
So here, I would have the same issue with this that I would have with Blood on the Clock Tower, is that there's a lot to explain in this. Even as an
There
experienced
is.
social deduction player, I didn't grok everything I needed to in the first play.
The benefit it has is you can use an app to do the storytelling, so you don't have to have an actual storyteller. It
No.
plays a lot faster.
No, there's no app. That was a thing Dan made.
Oh, well, yeah, but there's a lot of those recordings, aren't there? Like you can get online.
You can
and-
get online. and
Yeah,
get one,
and
sure.
get on YouTube and find the recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's not really a lot of player elimination in that, and it's shorter.
It's very short. So here's the thing: is it's sort of like not all social deduction games are party games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just because it
And-
has a high player count.
Yeah. So, like personally, like I have this game ranked a lot higher in a different kind of list, but it's probably a very solid C
Yeah.
as far
Okay.
as a party game because of the teach and some of
All right, let's talk about OG One Night Ultimate Werewolf.
D,
D.
for me.
Yeah, see,
There's a different version of Werewolf I'd rather play.
which one? Growl?
No.
Raoul.
Miller's Hollow, whatever.
Yeah,
I did it
Wolves
again.
of Mercia.
Sorry.
Just do a short version.
So I actually really enjoy this game. I've been playing it for years. I've had tons of parties playing this game, and I'd be like at a B. So if you guys are like C and D, then I guess we'll just go like low C.
And I do say, Mike, like I haven't played One Night in a long time.
Yeah.
And the group I was playing One Night with was the same group I was playing other werewolf games with. And for us, the other version worked better. But like any werewolf game, group dependent.
Yep.
Right.
So playing it with the right group could be a good time.
Yeah, and to me, like basically most of those werewolf games, I am just actively avoiding.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So that's why they're D's for me.
Okay. Mysterium.
Not a party
Not
game.
a party game. There's too much going on to be a party
It's
game.
a D as a party game. It's too much. Exactly. Exactly right.
It's better than Dixit,
Yes.
but it is not a
More
party game.
interesting.
It is
Yeah.
better than
And it's
Dixit.
hard as hell,
I agree
though,
with
too.
that.
Yeah. I do enjoy Mysterium. I like
do
it as
too.
a game. It's just I would not take it to a party
No.
to play.
No.
Okay. Cockroach Poker.
Oh, this is an S for me, and I know there's some disagreement.
No, I think it's pretty close to S tier. Mike, what are you doing?
I don't know.
It's just trying to get rid of my cockroach poker.
That'll be just Mysterium. Okay.
Yep, I got you. We're good.
Alright. Yeah, like I really enjoy Cockroach Poker. I think it is a fun because
Why'd
like
you type it as an A?
I don't say growing up because it was when I was in high school, but we played bullshit all the time.
Right.
And Cockroach Poker is like
You have Mysterium as an A?
No, I was just.
that should be Cockroach Poker. We're talking about Cockroach Poker, not Mysterium.
Yeah.
Let's put the technical difficulty sign up here. Cucaracha.
You're good.
Okay. But yeah. And it's basically bullshit that you can, with a little bit more to it, in my opinion. And so I really enjoy Cockroach Poker. I could see it as a low S tier, but it's definitely at least an A tier.
It is a very strong S tier for me. It has become very quickly. I was very late, right, to Cockroach Poker.
Yeah, same.
And I have just fallen in love with it. I take it everywhere. It's
Yep.
like
Always-
Flip 7 and Ahoy
Always
Kitten.
have it, yep.
Cockroach Poker is always in my bag to play, especially at
I
family
think I
gatherings.
played more for the
meetups.
sleeves than I did the game.
Yeah.
But
And that's fine because
Yeah.
I would have worn my game out with the number of
Exactly.
times I've played.
And you don't want people to be able to tell what cards are what as they get. Oh, that one's got a little nick on the corner, so I know that
Yeah.
is a this or that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm totally okay with this being an A tier.
Wait, we have two
Mike's-
S's and an A, so does that make it an S?
What?
It kind of does, doesn't it? That's how voting works.
Yeah.
Mike's trying to
He's like, well, I'm driving.
yeah.
And
And I'm putting Mysterium as an A.
and I think I typed Mysterium because I thought I had lost it. All right, let's go Secret Hitler, which is
Here's your
listed.
Cockroach Poker.
Yeah, okay. So they're just moving back to the bottom when I accidentally right-click. Okay, Secret Hitler.
This is like an A or a B for me.
Yeah, well, I think with our previously set parameters, it has to be a B because it's not one that I take with me all the time, but it is one that I would actively ask to play.
Nice.
So yeah, I think this is definitely a B tier.
This is like a low A, high B is where I'm at. Didn't you just get a copy of this?
I finally got
did.
my copy
Yeah,
of it because
sweet,
I have
dude.
so many friends that love this game, that throw parties, and we play this game for hours. I'm strongly an A here, so low A maybe.
Well,
or
look,
high B.
you conceded Cockroach Poker to us. I will concede Secret Hitler
Yep.
to you.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
the wooden box version of
Me
this.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get that off, Bob. I tried many times. I gave up.
Yeah. Too bad you could have done it for
You could have
dwellings.
done Dwellings. It's too late
All
now.
right,
Too late
we still
now.
got a ways to go. Things and Rings, a new game from All Play.
It's like a B for me.
Yeah, it's a good game, but like as a party, it's harder than you think, and
It
it's really a
is.
deduction game. So
Start
there's not a
slower.
lot of ruckus.
Start slower. Don't throw all
Yeah.
the rings down and be like, yeah, we're
Yeah,
smart.
As a party game, I think it's more a C because there's not a lot of laughter and excitable moments. It's more thinky, more along the lines of a So
The
Clover.
more things you
or
get
something like
wrong,
that.
though, the more exciting it gets when you start to get stuff right.
So are we at low C, high, or
Low
high
B, high
C,
C.
low B on
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Maybe drop it even down to here.
There you
That's
go.
fine.
That's pretty good.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's a good game, but yeah,
Yep.
it
I'm
does
with you.
kind of bring things to a standstill sometimes.
Yeah.
Starting to thin out. Have you guys ever played Poetry for Neanderthals?
Nope.
Yeah, you basically have to say words in one syllable instead of multiple syllables, and then people try to guess what you're trying to say in
to
caveman
me,
language.
Yeah, it's almost like what do they call it? Where they just, like a gimmicky, right? Where because they give you an inflatable club,
like a-
and if somebody's
Oh,
got it
right.
wrong, you get to hit them
Yeah.
with the club and
Yeah,
screw up.
Okay.
Eh.
Sure.
Okay.
I didn't see where.
I know you guys played Wavelength with me. I got issues in that it's another game where it takes forever to come up with a good clue. You basically just spin this dial and it's opposite ends of a spectrum. We can say, I don't know, creative and non-creative, and then wherever the dial is, you got to come up with something that fits and makes people think of, oh, it's
Yeah, that's about
mostly
it. 70%
creative.
that.
70%
Yeah.
creative. It's so hard to come up with clues.
I'm
It makes
fine
downtime.
with Wavelength. I will play, but I don't get excited about
Yeah, I don't
Wavelength.
actively avoid it. So to me, it would be a C. It could be a D. But
Yeah.
yeah. I wouldn't
If we're
argue. I
doing
wouldn't
that, then
argue
I'm doing
against
that.
a
I'm
D.
sorry.
But, yeah.
I'm keeping one night above it. I'm sorry.
Hey, you're good.
All right. All right. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. And I have some extras if we want to go into them. We'll see what happens. All right. The Chameleon.
Don't know it.
Haven't played.
It's basically Spyfall, but it's a lot easier to come up with clues because you don't have to come up with a question. I actually think this is a pretty good party game.
I own it, haven't played it. So, and I like Spyfall. So, but Spyfall's got some problems.
Yeah, coming up with a question. It's the same thing, except you just gotta, here's a category, say something that matches the category.
Oh, sure.
It fixes that issue of trying to answer with questions, I think.
I feel like we might have played this at Origins one year with Karen and them at the bar.
You roll a couple dice to determine which clues you're gonna get, which category.
The first time we met her?
You may have been.
Because we played So Clover that night.
Yes, yeah, at that because of the bar in the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was that.
Yeah, like it's pretty good. I'm just
I'm
not gonna reach
actively
for
avoiding
it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Subtext Showdown. That's
Sneaky
one we
good.
reviewed on the channel here.
Now, it's been a while since we've played it, but I think it is sneaky good. I would put it as a B with the as far as word games go. It's sneaky good. You haven't heard of it, you should give it a shot.
It does have some subtle similarities to code names, but there's not nearly as much downtime.
Agreed.
I will say that.
Agreed.
So I'm okay with it being in the B tier here. Okay. All right, 1%.
Ooh, I really like 1%.
Me too. This
It's kind of a A or a B for me.
Yeah, I'd say this is a mid to high B, maybe a really low A. I definitely prefer the Evil Dead version, even though it literally has like zero impact on the game.
Not out yet, but
It is
the
now,
better version.
I think
the
it
better
is
version.
now. I think it just came out.
Hopefully, I know 1%. It's 1% a game of strategic chance. By the way, I didn't want to type all that out. Very small publisher, highly recommend, and it has not gotten much pub. So
Yeah.
it's a really fun game.
You
Zombie.
can win it in like a minute and a half, right, Mike?
That's true.
Yeah.
Just roll a 0 on a d20.
No.
D12?
No, they're percentile die.
Yeah. So 2d10.
2d10.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
And you have a 1% chance of rolling it. And
Well, if you could roll a 0 on a d20, dude, you are good.
well, if a 1 is an auto fail, I don't want to know what the 0 is.
Somebody just comes out.
Yeah.
You just like,
we're on the classic zombie dice here.
I haven't played it.
C or D for me. It's
yeah,
fine.
like it's okay.
It's fine. I liked it enough, 15 years ago.
Exactly. I mean, it's got some similarities to like kind of sausage sizzle. You're rolling for sets, collecting them. Chicken. But yeah, there's other games that are more fun. You guys didn't get to play Change the Mind, but this is a hilarious party game. It is pretty dirty, but you are kind of putting in order from 1 to 5 of like things of like a group of things, and so. Things that maybe you wouldn't want to be doing with family at Thanksgiving, for example. And some of them are kind of gross, but that's funny if you have the right group. And then the person sorts them, and you're going to try to change their mind on the order that they have them.
So without having played it but been adjacent to you while it was being played, this was a loud, rowdy tape.
Yeah.
Which to me is a good sign for a party game. I'll just put that out there, right? Like having not played it, that's my opinion. So I'm pretty comfortable with.
It is hilarious. There is some gamesmanship to it, so it is a game. And as long as people don't mind dirty jokes, it's a riot.
So I didn't see down below this game listed, but from the description, it sounds similar to like maybe Edo, right? How would you relate that to
Ooh, I don't think I did put Edo on here. I didn't. We can add Edo.
I have to put more games in there. But that's a good party game. And it sounds similar. Where you're trying to like rate things on a scale with a percentage and stuff like that.
Where's Edo? This is a newer one.
Where'd you put Change My Mind? As a B?
I put it as a B right
just making
there.
sure.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would be probably a pretty B tier.
I only played
B to A.
Edo once.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I need to play it more. I'd like to play it more, but
Yeah.
it's been hard to get. right?
Well, you can get
It's
it pretty
now-
readily available.
now you can get it
Available.
Yeah.
Arcane Wonders just put this
Just
in the U.S.
reprinted it.
market.
Oh,
Yep,
sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, enjoyed that one.
I haven't played the newer version of it. We played the original version.
Japanese version or whatever.
Yeah, that Pat and Julia had, but I have that version now. The
Oh,
Arcane
right.
Wonders. Yeah,
we
I
should
got
play
it.
it.
Saboteur.
Don't remember it.
Yeah, it's fine. Like basically, you're mining a pit, and as you're going through the pit, if you're the saboteur, you can try to take the mine tunnel in a wrong direction because you're basically trying to get to treasure at the end.
So it's like hidden trader of the game.
Yeah, I mean it's a hidden trader. So yeah, it's.
Hidden Trader Dig Dug.
I'm not putting it above One Night Werewolf though. One Night Werewolf is way more fun than that one.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind.
We're just moving them off to the side now. All right, we got so many. Medium.
I like medium. It's hard though.
Yeah.
it's kind of
It's
a C for me.
Okay.
It's-
Yeah, it struggles as being a party game because it is, like it's okay. It's a C.
But when you get it, it's good. Like it's really
I
satisfying.
think I've played it.
Yeah. We played it on the stream before, and we might have to bring it out again.
Yeah.
Spyfall. It is basically, what's amazing? This is not the same designers, and it doesn't say that Chameleon is
A
like,
re-implementation.
yeah, but it's literally the same game.
I like Spyfall, but it's hard to explain to party
Yeah,
game
it's
people.
tough.
And it's
Yeah,
very
when you're the
difficult.
one, it's hard. To
I'd rather
fake
play
that.
like Insider, like some games like that, like a lot
Yeah,
more.
I'm almost like a
I'm
high
fine with it
D
being a
on
D.
it
fine with
here.
being a D tier.
Yeah.
All right, Emerald Skulls.
Oh, I enjoyed this.
I did too.
Yeah, like a C or a B.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah, I think the only tricky part is at a higher player count. It ran a little long when we played it with 7.
Right.
I think this is more of like a 4 or 5 player game.
Yes. Yes.
But I enjoy it. I think what you're doing is actually a lot of fun.
The way you bet is kind of fun. It kind of
Yes.
gives me some ready set bet vibes, right? Where
Yeah.
you're trying to get your bets down before those spaces
Right.
get blocked.
Somebody rolls something bad, then you're like, okay, I'm gonna bet on you, Buster.
Yeah,
You're
and
like,
then you watch
"Thanks."
everybody reach for that, and
Yeah.
it's funny, right? It creates some really good moments.
This was a recent publish from Thunderworks Games, and basically other players are betting on what the dice rollers results are going
That's
to be.
one I'd
It's
like
pretty
to get in
fun.
my collection.
Yep, we're gonna probably put out a review for that one. I
Yeah.
just picked that up. Agree to disagree. This was just okay.
I don't
we
remember.
played
What was
this
it?
at Gen Con last year.
Tricky though, so
Yeah.
you're trying to get because you have that's one where you have the little thing and you're like putting
this
them
is
together, and like if you have
Yeah.
a gap, that means you don't get it right. But if it seats completely, this is like it seems like an interesting game for people who are like meeting new people.
Yeah.
Right, because then it's like you're trying to figure out if you like agree with people on things, disagree with people on things. But
The problem, though, the fundamental issue with it is that whole game is based just so you can put those things together.
Correct.
And it's so difficult to explain to people which ones you need.
want to
and the
disagree
way-
with people.
You know what I mean? Like, people
Yeah.
it's
because a lot of times,
it's
like to me, like the intuitive thing is like, oh, I know Tim thinks that he also thinks that Spaceballs is a great movie. Yeah, Tim, and then you're like, oh wait, no, I want to disagree with somebody. Oh yeah, Mike hates Spaceballs, so I
Yeah.
would choose Mike instead.
Mike hates fun.
Which isn't
Yeah.
true. I love
That-
yeah, it was okay.
It was okay. I'm not running away from it.
I'm a C or
I'm a
D.
C. I'm a C on there.
All right, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. All right. Have you guys played Pit?
Nope.
No.
So this
I
is basically
remember
a
it, I know it,
speed
but-
sort of trading game. You're trying to collect sets. I'm just never going to ask for this, but I don't think it's terrible. So
Okay.
it's a D for me. I don't love speed games, and like I don't know. This one you have to make decisions quickly. It's not just like a Happy Salmon where it's literally only a speed game.
Sure.
You guys played Werewords?
I enjoyed it, but it's a D as a party game because I just feel like there's a lot of rules and you're trying to explain and get people to really understand it.
Yeah, it's fine.
I enjoyed it, but I also was playing with people that I really liked. Like I just met, like at Gen Con last year with like
Yeah.
Brandon and his group. And I enjoyed playing it with them, but it's kind of tough as a party game because with some of that overhead that goes into it. I want my party games to be very easy to learn and
Yeah.
teach.
I don't think I'm ready to put it in a D tier. It's
Yeah,
let's see, I
I'm
think.
fine with that. I would get a copy of Werewords if one came across my path cheap.
Let's talk old school Pictionary. Like there's just so many better drawing games now.
It's true. Like, I don't know if I call it a party game again. It's like not that there's a lot of like rules overhead because it is just the drawing, and I'd rather just play Telestrations instead. But I liked Pictionary. Like
I haven't played at any modern parties, but like when I was a kid, I definitely went to
time.
some parties where this was being played a lot. But
Yeah,
there's
I'm
just
not
better
really-
drawing
it's-
games.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
just
it's a
don't-
C for me, but because I'm not actively avoiding it like I would a D tier. But
I just don't know that it has the staying power
as like a taboo or
as
something.
taboo and categories and things like that.
That's fair.
Okay, we'll stick it in the
It's
D tier.
an important foundational game though.
Outburst. This is
I don't think I've played out.
no.
I'm
This
trying to
is.
remember Outburst.
I brought this out on the stream one time, Tim. Remember, it's like guessing the top 10 of something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just Yeah, no.
And it's so the problem is they're so time dependent.
They're very
too
time
of
dependent.
when that game was published.
Yeah, if you have an 80s version, it's obsolete, and you're trying to guess answers from 1987.
Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of fun, but
Gestures.
Still trash.
This is
I like gestures.
I barely
Gestures.
remember.
It's basically charades.
right?
It's speed charades
Okay.
because you've got
Charades.
that like the thing that you use when you're directing what's I think called the clacker or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and then you have these cards, and so you push it down, you start going, you're acting it out, and you have to grab the cards, but then they're just falling after so much time,
Yeah.
and so sometimes you're going to
Oh,
grab
so you
that
gotta
card,
get
that
'em
card slips right
before
out.
they
Yeah,
drop.
like I really enjoyed that game. I played the crap out of it growing up.
That'd be a C or a
That'd
B for me.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. I'm not like B. Like I said, I'm not really like taking it around with me everywhere I go or anything.
kinda-
but
you
I
know
would
what?
totally play it. if
That would
somebody
be
wanted
like
to
a
play it.
fun convention game, though.
That would be.
Could
a
you,
fun
you
convention.
know,
That-
like play that?
I,
Yeah.
might, I think I have my copy still.
Okay.
I might take
we
it to
should
Origins.
try to take it to Origins and play it at
Yes.
midnight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
just being silly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
for
group, we're all
sure.
kind of slap happy.
Right,
like,
right.
and the people we hang out with,
Yeah, yeah.
the trash
You
talking
know who
would
you
be
are.
epic.
We need that to happen.
Yeah,
we're gonna
that's-
try to organize an
And that-
Origins.
That's when it
Gestures
totally moves.
game.
Oh, did you move it up? Where'd you put it? Is it in the C then?
It's in the sea.
Yeah, it's low C.
It
Okay.
could. This thing
We'll
could be A
revisit
tier.
this.
We'll
That's
see what
right.
happens.
We're gonna see what happens.
We're gonna see what happens.
We
This
haven't
could
played
go.
it in
This
so
could
long.
skyrocket to an A. if
We're,
Right.
you know what? We're gonna foreshadow here, and we're gonna move it to the front of
Ooh,
the
the
C
front
too.
of the C line.
Oh.
Risky business, Mr. Mike.
You know, this
He's
could
living on
be-
the edge over
That's
here.
right.
This could be hilarious, though.
could
You're
be.
right. We're gonna see what happens.
That's the thing, though, right? Is you play with the right group, and you got, you just have the.
Are we
best
moving
fun.
Gestures into the B tier?
It could
Is
almost
that
be
what's
B tier.
happening?
It
I
might
mean,
be.
Yeah,
Might be.
It might be. I'm kind of thinking it should be like a low B.
I'd rather play that at a party than Can't Stop and Things
Yeah,
and
me too.
Rings.
Me too.
Yeah, I would rather play that over categories.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
categories. so
Wow,
go.
we just moved Gestures
Let's
into
go.
the B tier.
Let's go.
It's a
You
great
guys didn't
party
even expect
game.
me to have that one,
I
did
did
you?
We
not.
go to, now can we get it to an S? Let's go. I'm placing my bets.
By
I'm placing my
Origins,
bets.
we'll have a review of Gestures.
That's right. I was thinking that you're like, 30-year-old.
It's gonna
game.
turn into our tumbling dice.
Yeah,
like,
right?
You know, like,
Well,
hey,
there's a reason these are kind of at the bottom. Herd mentality.
haven't heard
heard.
of it.
It's kind of one where it's like you got to get people to guess the same thing. I just
Okay.
don't think it's nearly
Like
as
Green
good as
Team
Blank
wins?
Slate
Yeah.
or Green Team Wins.
Yeah,
I'm like D
but it's better
or
than T.
yeah,
I think
it's
if neither
not.
one of us have played it.
It's not like
Yeah, just throw it.
terrible.
Put it somewhere low
Yeah.
and where
It's
I'm
you
gonna avoid it for
okay.
now, so you can leave that at D.
Yeah.
All right, new phone Who Dis is
T
awful.
tier.
Don't bother.
Stinks.
What?
Did you get a new phone, Bob?
Who dis?
Who did?
All right, Snakes. This is a potato game that I thought would be cool. It's a trivia game where one person's a traitor and they try to get people to guess the wrong thing,
That
but
could
the
be
points
fun.
are just completely arbitrary. And my
Okay, that cannot be a factor because there's how many games up top here?
where the points are
where the
arbitrary.
points are arbitrary.
Yeah, it just doesn't
Well, if
seem
you're
to.
playing a trivia game though, and you're trying to like actually get points,
Sure.
Let's just say more like even if you figure out who the snake is, like it doesn't really matter.
Oh,
like,
sure.
It's
You just
pretty-
don't believe him then.
It's inconsequential.
and then it's
All
boring
right.
to be the snake after that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say
snake.
it's T, but it's a D. All right, so our controversial maybe takes. First, we'll go with this game is Killer. This is a more recent game
It's like a
from.
D for me, but I understand why.
We just did not enjoy this one hardly at all. And this was a newer game with really nice components from Smirk and Dagger.
And honestly, it's one of these like excellent concept, really interesting concept, and then the execution just kind of fails.
It becomes a complete guessing game. It's almost so random you feel like you don't have agency. And then it either
Oh, that's
ends.
the alien one, didn't it?
It either ends in 5 minutes or it goes way too long. There has not been an
Yes.
in between for us.
Yeah, and the way too long is tough.
Yeah.
It's really tough.
All
Couple of
right.
rules would make that really fun though.
Yeah,
Couple of rules.
I think there's a really good game in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's not the one that is in there.
I have this one as the last one on the list. There's more we could go over if we want that we did not talk about. If anything grabs you guys, please
I mean-
say something.
Like, we should talk about the gang
We
because
should.
it's popular and it's up there, right?
It is.
So the gang is basically, like cooperative poker. It's a D for me. It's
I'm actively
fine.
avoiding it.
It's fine, but I really
I don't think it's trash. I
Yeah.
don't think it's. I'm sorry. T
a T tier.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely actively avoiding it.
Yeah.
we just did not see the hype of this game.
You know what's funny? Not to cut you
I
off.
thought I thought regular poker is more fun.
A lot of the people who liked Blood on the Clock Tower really liked the game.
That is true.
Which is weird. You don't bluff in this. You want people to know what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Takes a type, I guess.
Just all right. So now I'm just gonna leave it up to you guys on what to include from here.
So, like, Lifeboat is really fun, but it kind of has too many rules to become a party game.
Yes.
Werewolves of Miller Hollow is really just your basic, straightforward werewolf.
Yeah.
It is my preferred version next to
Wow.
Wolves of Mercia because Wolves of Mercia has got that more game. Werewolves of Miller's Hollow is probably like a high C, B
Wow.
for me because it is just straight up werewolf. And you go. I know you don't like it because that is the epitome of what you don't like in social deduction games.
Yeah.
Lie to your
Look,
friends.
look, Mike, there's a perfect spot right down here in the D's for that.
But anyways,
I'm gonna make sure there's a final graphic everybody can see when we're done.
Yeah, you can tighten it up later.
Yeah.
go down one more time really fast.
So I mean, like, I feel like for like good party games, if I'm looking there, like Concept could be a good party game, like Jenga, because there's some cool versions, like Drinking Jenga is out there now, and that's a ton of fun. Hughes and Q's can do.
It's one of the weaker ones of the op, and it's well, it's really interesting though, and I heard somebody say this is that what you do is if you're playing with somebody that's got color issues, have them always put the thing out, and then everybody's got to guess.
Okay.
And see where they're at. Yeah.
I mean, that would be interesting, I suppose, because then it's like, no.
Right. And this is designed by Scott Brady, right? So he did Boop, and he's done a bunch of other really good games.
Yeah, I like Boop, but like colorblind, and anything that's really based on color, I'm just like,
yeah.
So.
Like Caution Signs is fine. It's fun, but it doesn't necessarily have a staying power for me. Like, not enough to like debate like where are we gonna put it up on this list. Snake Oil is just BSing, and it's fine.
The Resistance and Avalon was my preferred version, but Secret Hitler has completely replaced this game for me.
Yeah, Resistance I would put in the T tier for me, and I love Secret Hitler. Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza is super fun, but it's just, I mean, it's a kid's game, and I'd rather play Happy Salmon if I'm going to play sort of that level.
Silly a game.
Yeah.
Sure.
Rhino Hero is super fun.
Right.
Same reasons. But I think we did good. I think we can leave this
solid.
So there you go. There is our final party game tier. What do you guys think now that you're kind of looking at it as a whole here?
That S tier, man, I want to go play all of them right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because and the only weaker thing about Telestration.
That's what I was thinking. That's the weakest S tier up there. So I'd almost slide that down here, just because,
Well, because what I would say
time.
is okay, go on.
Yeah, so we'll time and group, right? And then talk about points being arbitrary.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You're really just doing it just to play to have fun.
Right.
And that's it. You do have a lot of fun playing it. But the points are definitely arbitrary. I don't think we've actually played by any of the actual rules. We just go through and then we read the results and laugh at them.
So the point I was going to make is what Flip 7, Ahoy Kitten, Tumbling Dice, and Cockroach Poker all have in common right now is the three of us could sit down and play any one of those games and have a great time. Telestration, just the three of us playing Telestrations wouldn't be as much fun.
Right.
It's not really a knock, right? Because obviously party games, you want to have that higher player count.
Right.
But
games that can do both.
But you can do both. Hey, let's go. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I think that those are all really good, man. This was a really fun list idea. I'm really glad that we came up with it all on our own and did not borrow it from another channel.
Yeah, it was a great original idea that we had.
Yeah, totally original. And we wanted to do party games first because we figured this would be sort of an easy way to kind of dip our toe in, see how it works. So if you like these kind of lists, please let us know.
Yeah.
Because it does take a little bit of
work for Mike to do.
Well, I have the template now.
Yeah.
So now it's just
Populating.
deleting these entries and changing the game.
And we saw you were really good at deleting those as you were trying
Yeah,
to
he's
enter
so
them.
good. At that.
Accidentally right-clicking, and I don't know where they go.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
about that. First time trying this live.
No, it's fun.
Ish. Live-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's recorded, but
Yeah.
you know, doing this on the fly while we're talking about it, it's a really fun way to go over all of these games. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, we've done tons of top tens, and we're just trying to grab for different ways of covering content in a unique way, and really haven't seen anybody quite do it like this. So hopefully, you guys enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
I would be interested to do this with like a, worker placement or something.
I want to try this with heavier games.
Let us
for
know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Right? You watch this, you like this. What category do you want us to do next? I'll commit to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless it's a bad category.
Well, I
double
mean,
it
I
down.
don't think we're going to get a whole lot of them that are going to have 90+ entries like this
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
did. So,
it
this
won't
one,
be quite as long.
this one did run a bit long because of that.
Well, that would
but
just give us more time for debate.
there's a lot
on-
more
yeah.
mass market popular games that we
Right.
wanted to make sure got covered in
And they're
this.
worthy of being covered. That's the
Yeah.
important thing, right?
Well,
Because it's
all
easy
but,
to
7.
it's easy to turn your nose up at the mass market stuff.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
there's some great dude gestures. That's their secret
oh,
sleeper
dude,
right there.
I cannot
That's the
wait.
sleeper
I'm
game.
so hyped to play this.
I know. I'm
out.
going down and pulling my game out of my closet. And
Okay.
I know where it's at.
You can't, okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
I'm
make
like
sure it works.
80% sure. Yeah, make
sure it all works.
The grinder works. Yeah.
Yep. And then if we got to clear any battery terminals, or anything like
I don't take batteries.
get a wire brush.
No, it's just one
What
of those.
gets the card thing to drop?
It,
Oh, it's just that
It's a
spring?
clicker. Yeah, you do
Yeah.
like, and then it'll just start unwinding on
Nice.
its own.
Okay, even better.
Even better.
Wow.
Man,
I'm excited for that.
I have to get a copy of
Yeah.
Gestures now. I'm excited.
At least you can find it for like $5 at.
Do you still have that
Goodwill.
prototype of Change My Mind? That's another one that I just think more people got to try out.
Do
It's
I have
readily
that?
available.
I don't know
too.
that I had it. I
No.
thought somebody else took
Maybe
it.
we had to send it back.
Or did he just bring it to the booth and you played it
He
at
never
the
gave
booth?
us a copy. Might
Yeah,
have been.
that's what happened. I
We
think.
should talk to Josh.
We should. He's all over social media. He's
Yes.
like on the
Or-
Marvel red carpet interviewing people.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, he works in media. Yeah, it's very cool. All right, guys. Well, this has been awesome. Mike, thank you for doing the legwork.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, thanks for showing up, I guess. And agreeing with me a bunch of times.
You weren't supposed to remember that.
But this has been awesome. Super
Yeah.
fun and a great way to start this sort of series of videos off.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
again, let us know, like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. We'll see you on a live stream on Wednesday or any other video in the future. For the Board Game Rundown, I've been Tim.
Bob.
Mike,
This has been our party game tier list. Thanks
we're
for
partying.
watching.
I like to party.
I am S tier.
I'm T tier? Is I'm Tim?
You
I
are.
also like to party.
I do also like to party.